On Canoe Lake. It was getting busy back there in the put-in, so I just wanted to get away from the peoples before I started filming. But I'm in my new canoe. I'm in a Prospector 14 solo, made by Swift, and I'm on Canoe Lake in Algonquin Park. I just put in about 20 minutes ago, and I'm about halfway through the lake, just coming up to the girls' camp here, and it's really quiet because I think because of the COVID thing, they canceled the camp. So Canoe Lake, usually there's lots of action. Anyway, so here we are. Here we are. I don't know, for me Canoe Lake doesn't feel like Algonquin yet. I think you got to get past the Joe Lakes. Burnt Island. That's where I'm spending the night. I'm only here one night, 2 days. I'll paddle all day. Well, not all day, but we'll see what time I get there in this canoe. I expect around 4 o'clock. But we'll see. And then spend the night and come home. I bought this canoe back in February, and when I bought it, there was no COVID, you know, COVID-19 was on the map. I mean, we knew about it in China, but we didn't know that it was going to be this. Yeah, I'm sure some people knew. I know some people were like, this is a big deal, but, you know, crazy. Crazy. Anyway, I'm super grateful to be in the park. They opened up the park, I guess, a couple weeks ago. I'm grateful to be in the park. I'm grateful that I'm healthy. I'm grateful that I still have a job. And that I get to be in the park paddling. Dudes, I must be paddling slow. I don't think so. It's taking me about, I don't know, 40 minutes to cross the lake. Actually, I'm not completely at the portage yet, but I can sort of see it. It's just around the bend here. Anyway, a bunch of people just blew past me like they were on. Anyway. I felt myself getting anxiety, like, oh my god, I gotta catch up, I gotta catch up. And I'm like, why? It's funny. Yeah. You guys know where I am. Everybody knows where I am. Check out all the pollen in the water. I love it. I'm at the first portage, but it's kind of crowded, so I'm going to wait until they clear out, you know, do the whole distancing thing. Ah, a tree growing out of a tree. Oh, going too fast. Burnt Island. Made it. I didn't think I'd make it here this early. It's only 1:30. I thought I was going to be here by 4. But I also thought I'd stop somewhere for lunch, but It was just too crowded all the way through. That last portage from Baby Joe to here, it was like 8 people, and 2 of them were fishing at the portage. Like, go through the portage and fish on the other side. You're holding up the whole portage. Anyway, whatever. We made it through, and yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna paddle for another half an hour or so. Just up till about the midway point. And oh, there's an airplane. There's a jet airplane. You know, it's weird when you notice them. Like before this whole thing started, you know, they were always just around, but now when you see one, you're like, I wonder how many people are on there. Anyway, so started at 10 o'clock. Now it's 1:30, so what is that? 10, 11, 12, 1. So made it here in what, 3.5 hours? 10, 11, 12, 1, yeah. So I think big trout in a day is totally doable. Okay, mind you, I didn't have a lot of wind, and right now the wind is at my back, which I'm very happy about. There isn't much wind, but there is a slight breeze, and it's a welcome thing. Bugs aren't too bad. The last portage, the mosquitoes were out, but a bit right when I came out, but it wasn't too bad. And yeah. Oh, there's another plane. Look at that. 2 planes. There's one there and one over there. Imagine how fast I could do this trip if I had the double paddle. I don't know if I already said it, but the new canoe has an adjusted seat, so I can lower the seat and turn this into like kayak mode, I guess, pack boat mode, and use a double blade. I got the little foot rests built in, so that I can have a place to put my feet. I have a place to put my feet. I got foot rests, so I have a place to put my feet. You don't say. Yeah, I don't like to film when there's a lot of other people around it. I feel self-conscious, I guess, just talking to the camera. I also don't want to film anybody, you know, like, I know how I feel when people are filming and I feel like I'm in the camera. I feel, you know, I don't like it. So, you know, I try and do the courtesy for other people. You know, no one wants to be in the middle of Algonquin being filmed. It's weird, right? I don't know if you can see it, but that seagull sitting right there flew right at me and then pooped, missing me. I hope. Yeah. He came from, I don't know, what is that? 400 meters? Maybe that's 200 meters. Anyway, weird. Came right at me and then pooped. A big poop. Landed in the water, thank God. Anyway. Nature out here is vicious, yo. Just got to camp and the wind just started picking up hard. There she is. The Bill Mason. I don't know, is it faux pas to name the canoe after Bill Mason? This is the site that I wanted. I've stayed here a bunch of times with my buddies in the past. Okay, so here's the fire pit. A little bit of firewood that's burnt, but I don't know, would you even use that? There's the fire pit with some garbage. It's got this little kitchen area. Flat spots are up there. I've slept here once with just a tarp. Twice actually with a tarp. And one time I slept between these two trees, and you don't really see the angle, but I had my feet, it kind of slopes. The GoPro doesn't do it, but it slopes towards the water. So I had my feet there, and I was basically standing on this tree all night. So I'm totally bummed out. Just unpacking my pack. It looks like my hatchet came out of the sleeve somehow. At one of the portages, I guess, when I was doing in and out. I have no idea how that happened. I didn't even notice it. I didn't hear it fall or anything, obviously. I'm so bummed out. My wife gave me that for my birthday, like, I don't know, 3 years ago or something. It was like the Gransford Brooks hatchet thing. Anyway, nice hatchet. So whoever found it, enjoy it, look after it. I guess it's boiling. Alfredo da fettuccine, creamy cheese and sour cream sauce with pasta, broccoli, and mushrooms. 10 to 12 minutes. A few more minutes, should be fine. It's 20 past 5. After setting up my tent and my sleeping pad, I kind of dozed off for a while, and then in a mad dash to just get some camp chores done, I just forgot to I forgot to film. So anyway, I got the bear bag up, got some wood chopped up. That piece to chop up and that piece to chop up. I'm not batoning my wood if I don't have an axe. I'm just gonna use logs. Who cares? It's dry wood, so whatever. I'm not gonna put my little knife through that don't need to if I don't have to. Anyway, blah blah blah. So yeah, you missed some exciting stuff. Not really. I'm so exhausted. I'm absolutely pooped. And yeah. Anyway, back to sawing wood, I guess. Perfect. And I'm not sawing this gnarly thing in half. No fire skill today. So we only got the happy world of a lighter. I didn't realize how small this fire, well, I didn't really pay attention to how small this fire pit is until now. Boom. For dinner, we got pasta Roma. Pasta with Romeo and Parmesan cheese and a creamy tomato sauce. I just remembered the last time I stayed here, I lost something too. The last time I stayed here, I lost my headlamp at this site somewhere. And also, the last time I was here, the first night I told you about not being able to find a level spot there, so I was kind of standing against a tree. So I tried somewhere over there. I don't remember exactly where, but it was even worse. And I woke up like 3 or 4 times halfway out my tarp. And I just couldn't sleep. It was like so windy. Anyway, so then I knocked on my buddy's tent because he had his tent set up exactly where I have mine set up now, and asked if I could spend the night in his tent with him. He said okay, because I wasn't about to try and find another flat spot. Yeah. Sometimes it's rough. It's times like that I wish I had a hammock tent, you know, because if you have a hammock, you just need 2 trees, right? If you're in Algonquin, there's trees everywhere. You don't have to worry about the flat, you know. Anyway, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I just remember that story. Still waiting for the water to boil. I think the pasta's ready. I hope it hydrated better than the other one. The other one was still kind of crunchy. Ooh, this is cheesy, bro. This is a hit, bro. That's all right. I just eat that. Like that's, It's tomatoey, it's cheesy, it's pasta-y, it's everything it says it is. Excuse me, waiter. Waiter. My compliments to the chef. I don't have a bevy with me. Only water. Last year, so for all of 2019, I didn't have a drink. I was dry. You know, it was just like at the beginning of the year, the beginning of 2019. I was like, I'll do something hard this year. Not that hard, but, you know. Drinking is like part of my, it's just part of my lifestyle. All my friends drink, go out for beers. My wife and I, we like to drink wine and whatever at dinner. Anyway, so I cut it out. I was drinking too much too. Like I was drinking way too much. It was getting to be like every night, way too much. So then I cut it out, which was good. Then the new year hit, and before all this COVID stuff, my wife at work won a trip to Mexico for her work. She was a top achiever for something. Anyway, so they sent us to an all-inclusive right in January, right before this whole COVID thing shut everything down. It was an all-inclusive. Of course I drank my face off. And then the COVID thing happened. Anyway, I realized that one of my coping mechanisms for dealing with stress is drinking. I know I'm not alone in that one. But dude, I gotta tell you, I don't like the person I am when I'm drunk. Yeah. So, I think for the rest of the year, I'm just gonna cut it out. Again. I'm not saying I'm never gonna drink again. I'm just saying, I have to learn how to have a healthier relationship with it. One of my problems is I just can't have one, you know? Like, if I have one, I can go a day without drinking, it's fine. But once I have one beer, I'm drinking everything in the house. I don't know why. The first beer goes down so nice. Second, third, fourth. It's too easy. My wife, I envy her. She'll pour herself, this happens at least once a week. She'll pour herself a full glass of wine for her dinner, and she won't finish it. She'll just put a piece of cellophane wrap over it and throw it in the fridge for the next night. Yeah. No way I would do that. It's just not what I do. I would drink the whole bottle. Anyway, I gotta cut it out. I don't like the headaches in the morning. I don't like feeling like shit. And I think it does something to my guts too. Like, gross things to my guts. So, yeah. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. I don't have a bevy, and I'm not going to have a bevy. But I am going to finish this pasta. That was it. That was the last bite. So good. I think I could have eaten 2 of those. Alright, I'm going to get a little cleaned up. I'm going to drink some... It was thirst-provoking, though. It was thirst-provoking. As the guy... Who's that guy on YouTube who does the MREs, the military rations? Dude, I love watching that guy. And I'll catch you next time with something old or something new. Alright. I love his videos. Like, the dude really loves instant coffee. I love his videos. And he knows his stuff, too. It's amazing. Lots of research. Dude, I love it. Anyway, that was a thirst-provoking MRE. Anyway, I'm gonna wash some stuff up and get some water and probably head out onto the lake for a bit. I decided against I was getting the canoe already, and I got a pot of water to put the fire out, but I was like, I don't want to put the fire out and then start it back up again, and I don't want to leave it because I don't want to be the guy that burns down Algonquin because he got a new canoe and wanted to see the sunset. So whatever. It's these life decisions, you know, you gotta make these sacrifices. Oh, these are shattered. Weird. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, I think I'm just going to hang out by the fire for the rest of the night. I'm not going to be up much longer, to be honest. It's 20 past 7, and I'm beat, so I think I'm just going to put it away for now and call it a night and just sit here for another hour or two and then head off to bed, because I am cooked. Catch you in the morning. I just want to see if the mic picks up all the mosquitoes. The sound. Well, good morning to you. It's 8:24. There's a light breeze that looks like it's going to be a beautiful hot day. I'm just boiling some water for some coffee before I go get the bag for the food and everything. And then I had a long day home, so I'm just going to break camp and head home. I slept alright. I didn't sleep the greatest. There was I don't know, it was kind of like Jurassic Park last night. The mosquitoes were, and the bugs and the flies and everything were humming hard. I tried to get it on the audio. I won't be able to tell until I get home if you heard it or not, if I could pick it up or not, but it sounded like they were going to fly away with the tent. It was unreal. And then there was a loon rat battle, which was nice to listen to. And then a mouse or something kept coming and hitting the tent, which kind of freaked me out a couple times when it first happened, but then I realized it was just a mouse, and anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Slept okay. I use filtered water, so I don't have to wait for it to boil. I just have to wait for it to be hot enough. Oh, my little squirrel buddy. Another minute. What's so funny? You laughing because I make instant coffee, not the fresh stuff? I don't blame you. I think it's funny too. I might have to put on bug spray. Oatmeal's ready. I'm just gonna crush this. I'm gonna put the big camera away and be with the GoPro the rest of the way home. You know what? I might just put everything away. Unless something really interesting happens. You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I need to make some time because it's already 9 o'clock. I got all my stuff together. I just have to take the tent down and put everything in the bag and off I go. So, alright. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to film. I think I'm just going to go. Alright. Bye.